Valentine Cassadine, played by the ever-charming James Patrick Stewart, has been a staple in General Hospital for years. With his complex mix of charm, ruthlessness, and vulnerability, he's one of Port Charles' most enigmatic characters. However, in recent episodes, fans have noticed Valentine's absence, sparking speculation and concern. Where has the Cassadine heir disappeared to? And more importantly, when will he return to stir the pot in the ever-chaotic world of Port Charles? In the midst of fan speculation, James Patrick Stewart took to social media recently to offer an update on Valentine's whereabouts and provide some insight into what fans can expect from his character. The post sent shockwaves through the General Hospital community, leaving fans eagerly awaiting Valentine's next move. But what does this cryptic update mean for the character? And how will his return shape the storylines unfolding in Port Charles? Valentine's disappearance. Where did he go? Valentine has been involved in several high-stakes storylines over the past few months, particularly surrounding his involvement with the infamous Pikeman Arms deal and his volatile relationship with Anna Devane. The couple has been on a rollercoaster ride of romance and danger, with Valentine constantly walking a fine line between his love for Anna and his secretive, often morally questionable, business dealings. The last time viewers saw Valentine, he was deeply entrenched in a complex web of danger, deception, and espionage. The Pikeman Arms deal has been a central plotline, with Valentine working both as an ally and an enemy, depending on who you ask. His mysterious connections, double crosses, and covert missions left him vulnerable, and in the aftermath of a series of violent attacks targeting him and Anna, Valentine vanished without a trace. While it's not uncommon for Valentine to disappear when he needs to protect himself or those he loves, his sudden absence felt more ominous this time. Was he captured by one of his enemies? Did he go underground to regroup and protect Anna from further harm? Or is there a darker, more nefarious reason for his disappearance? Fans have been left wondering, with no clear answers. James Patrick Stewart breaks the silence. After weeks of speculation, fans finally received some insight when James Patrick Stewart took to social media to address the situation. In a brief yet tantalizing post, Stewart shared a cryptic message about Valentine's whereabouts, alongside a behind-the-scenes photo from the General Hospital set. Valentine's not gone, just recalculating his next move. Stay tuned, Stewart wrote, along with a photo of himself in character, standing in front of what appeared to be a lavish Cassadine estate set. The post instantly ignited a flurry of excitement and anticipation among fans, with many speculating that Valentine's return will be tied to major upcoming twists in the show. Stewart's message was both reassuring and mysterious. The phrase "recalculating his next move" suggests that Valentine is strategically laying low, likely preparing for a dramatic comeback. This aligns with the character's cunning nature. Valentine has always been a master of survival, playing the long game and making calculated decisions to protect himself and those he cares about. But the post also raises more questions than it answers. Where exactly is Valentine? What kind of danger is he in? And when he does return, what will his next move be? The impact on Anna and Port Charles. Valentine's absence has left a significant void in the lives of those closest to him, particularly Anna Devane. The legendary spy has been through a harrowing ordeal recently, targeted by a mysterious assailant intent on destroying her and Valentine. With Valentine gone, Anna has been left to fend for herself, unsure of who she can trust and constantly looking over her shoulder. Anna's love for Valentine is undeniable, but their relationship has always been fraught with complications. Valentine's secretive nature and involvement in dangerous, often illegal activities have strained their bond, even as their deep connection keeps pulling them back together. Now, with Valentine gone, Anna is faced with a difficult decision. Does she continue to search for him, putting herself at risk, or does she try to move on and focus on her own survival? Meanwhile, the broader ramifications of Valentine's disappearance are felt across Port Charles. As a Casadoan, Valentine has always had a complicated relationship with his family's dark legacy. His absence could spark power struggles within the Casadine clan, particularly with Nicolas missing and other Casadine family members lurking in the shadows, waiting to make their move. In addition to family drama, Valentine's business dealings with the Pikeman organization remain unresolved. Without him there to control the narrative, the fallout from the arms deal could spiral out of control, leading to dangerous consequences for several key players in Port Charles. Sonny Corinthos, who has been keeping a close eye on Pikeman, may be forced to take drastic action, and Valentine's enemies could see this as an opportunity to strike. Speculation on Valentine's next move. Given Valentine's history, his return is unlikely to be quiet or uneventful. Whether he's been captured, hiding out, or working on a secret mission, when Valentine reappears, it's bound to shake things up in Port Charles. One possible theory is that Valentine has gone underground to gather intel on Pikeman's operations. He may be working behind the scenes, preparing to take down the organization from within. If this is the case, his return could coincide with a major takedown of the arms dealers, putting him back in the crosshairs of both law enforcement and the criminal underworld. Alternatively, Valentine's disappearance could be connected to the Casadine family's mysterious history. With Nicolas missing and Victor Casadine recently dead, the power vacuum within the Casadine dynasty is wide open. Could Valentine be plotting to reclaim his position as the rightful heir to the family fortune? His return could mark the beginning of a new chapter in the ongoing Casadine saga, with Valentine taking on a more central role in the family's affairs. There's also the possibility that Valentine's disappearance is tied to his relationship with Anna. He may have gone into hiding to protect her from the threats they've been facing, but once he returns, their relationship will face even more challenges. Will Anna forgive him for leaving her in the dark, or will Valentine's return create new fractures in their already fragile romance? Valentine's return, a game-changer for Port Charles. Whatever the reason for Valentine's absence, one thing is certain: his return will have a profound impact on the ongoing storylines in General Hospital. Whether he comes back as a hero, a villain, or something in between, Valentine's reappearance is bound to set off a chain reaction of events that will affect everyone from Anna to the Casadoans, Sonny Corinthos, and beyond. Fans are eagerly anticipating how James Patrick Stewart will bring Valentine back into the fold, especially given his talent for playing the complex, morally ambiguous character. Valentine's charm, wit, and ability to manipulate situations to his advantage have made him a fan favorite, and his return promises to deliver the kind of high-stakes drama that General Hospital is known for. As Stewart's social media post suggests, Valentine is far from gone. He's simply recalculating his next move. And when he finally reappears, Port Charles better be ready for the storm that's sure to follow. In the meantime, fans can only speculate and theorize about what Valentine's next move will be. One thing's for sure: his return will be worth the wait. When it comes to characters who cause difficulty, the comings and goings of General Hospital are always a prominent topic of discussion among fans, particularly when it comes to other characters. Gladys Corbin, who is the cousin of the late Brando Corbin, and a woman who always appears to be caught up in the craziness of Port Charles, has been one of the most divisive individuals in recent years. She has been responsible for a lot of controversy. Following her dramatic departure, which was precipitated by her fall from grace at the hands of Sonny Corinthos and Sasha Gilmore, there are speculations circulating that Gladys may be making an unexpected return back to the show. On the other hand, the question that needs to be answered is why she would return to a community where she had burned so many bridges. At this point, what kind of drama could she possibly bring with her? Troubled times for Gladys in the city of Port Charles. In order to comprehend the repercussions that would result from Gladys' return to Port Charles, it is necessary to examine the troubled past she has had in the town. When Gladys first came, She gave off the impression of being a harmless relative who was trying to get back in touch with her family. She portrayed the role of Brando's concerned cousin and doting mother figure. Brando had been having a difficult time locating his place in the world of Corinth. On the other hand, Gladys did not take long before she revealed her true nature. Not only was Gladys manipulative and opportunistic, but she also took advantage of every opportunity she could to amass wealth and power. Even though it meant placing her own family in danger, she aligned herself with Cyrus Renault, one of the most deadly mobsters who had ever set foot in Port Charles. In exchange for cash and favors, she agreed to ally herself with Cyrus Renault. She interfered in Sasha's life, made an attempt to develop a romantic relationship with Sonny Corinthos, and continuously put herself in precarious positions that made her a hindrance to everyone in her immediate vicinity. In the end, she was brought down by her own greed, which ultimately led to her collapse. In the aftermath of the unfortunate loss of Brando, Gladys found herself in a more difficult situation, as she attempted to exert control over Sasha's guardianship and her finances. Sasha's money was lost through gambling, she was involved in dubious business dealings, and she crossed an excessive number of lines. Sonny, who had a habit of guarding his close circle, eventually reached his breaking point. When the last time we saw Gladys, she was dealing with the repercussions of her actions, which included being alienated from Sonny's favor and being despised by many people in Port Charles. As to why Gladys would come back. Why would Gladys come back now, given that she has already fled the town in a state of disgrace? One might choose from a number of exciting possibilities, each of which has the potential to bring about new drama. The redemption and forgiveness received by Sasha. During the course of the past year, Sasha has been through her own personal hell, which includes battling her sadness over the loss of Brando, struggling with her mental health, and dealing with Gladys' betrayal despite all of these challenges. Sasha, on the other hand, is a character who has demonstrated a great deal of development and the ability to practice forgiveness. Having worked through her trauma, is it possible that Sasha will make the decision to forgive Gladys and provide her with a way to go back into her life? In the event that this were to occur, there would be certain issues involved. The people of Port Charles, including Sonny, Nina, and a great number of others, would not be so quick to welcome Gladys back. This has the potential to set up an intriguing plotline in which Sasha is torn between her desire to have a final relationship with Gladys and her commitment to people who have been there for her at her moments of greatest need. When Gladys is in her actual form, she could exploit Sasha's forgiveness as a way to worm her way back into the fold. However, due to the fact that she has a tendency to manipulate others, it is impossible to predict how long she would be able to maintain the public appearance that she has changed. New plans and recurring routines. Gladys has never been one to give up on her dream, and despite the fact that she has been unsuccessful in the past, she might consider a return to Port Charles to be an opportunity for a new beginning, or at the very least, a new plan. Since Gladys has lost her financial stability as a result of gambling away Sasha's money, it is possible that she will be returning to Port Charles with a new strategy to recoup her riches. This may involve her coming into contact with some of the more shady individuals in the town. Is it possible that Gladys may become involved in the criminal underworld once more? Alternatively, it is possible that she finds herself in a position where she is working with a new villain who has them bent on Port Charles. One thing that we know about Gladys is that she is resourceful when it comes to surviving, even if it means putting other people in risk. This is the only thing that we know about her. Gladys will once again have to navigate between her thirst for power and the moral lines that she is ready to violate, which brings about the possibility that her return may bring about a fresh wave of turmoil. Relations within the family and unresolved issues. It is possible that unsolved family issues are connected to Gladys' possible return, which is one of the most intriguing reasons for her possible comeback. However, despite the fact that she did not always demonstrate her concern for her son in the most sincere manner, Gladys did care about him. The death of Brando left a tremendous vacuum in her life, It is possible that his memory is what brings her back, whether it is to make atonement with those she has harmed or to rediscover some feeling of accomplishment in her life. There is also the possibility that Gladys will be drawn back to Port Charles by a different member of her family, perhaps from the past or a figure who has just been introduced. There is a possibility that a mysterious relative would appear, or that someone closely associated with Brando's history will have a cause to face Gladys. It is possible that this presents a chance for the show to delve deeper into the history of the Corbin family, particularly considering that Gladys' past has only been partially exposed. The expansion of Sonny's empire. Because Sonny is continually expanding his sphere of influence in Port Charles and beyond, his empire is becoming increasingly susceptible to those who are looking for a means to gain access to it. As someone who has been on the inside in the past, Gladys may recognize a chance to capitalize on her long-standing connections to Sonny and the Corinthos family. Due to the fact that Sonny's focus is currently being divided between his business, his relationships, and the ongoing conflict with the Novak criminal family, Gladys may sneak back into the scene under the appearance of seeking forgiveness or redemption, all the while calculating her next move. However, Sonny is not the type of person who is easily led astray, particularly by someone like Gladys. It is imperative that she proceed with caution in the event that she returns with hidden agendas. By attempting to worm her way back into Sonny's world, Gladys would be playing a risky game. Sonny's tolerance for betrayal has reached its limit, and Gladys would be playing a deadly game. A return that is rife with the possibility of conflict. There is no doubt that Gladys' presence will cause friction in Port Charles in the event that she does return there. Her history of treachery and deception makes her a volatile character, and the relationships she has with individuals she has harmed, particularly Sasha, Sonny, and Carly, have the potential to result in violent confrontations. When Gladys returned to Sasha's life, it is highly possible that Phyllis Caulfield, who is Sasha's close friend and confidant, would have strong views about the situation. Sasha has relied on Phyllis as a guiding force, and she would want to safeguard her from any additional harm that may accrue. Phyllis and Gladys might become antagonistic as a result of this, which would introduce fresh competition and drama into Sasha's narrative. Furthermore, Nina Reeves, who has assumed the position of a protector over Sasha, would not have any affection for Gladys after all of the suffering that she has inflicted via her actions. It is possible that Nina's continuous struggle with her own moral compass, particularly in relation to her relationship with Sonny, could become even more problematic if Gladys emerges. This could potentially undermine Nina's position in Sonny's life or dredge up problems that have not been resolved with the Corinthos family and cause tension between them. Do we need more deception or redemption? The most important question that will be unanswered by Gladys' return is whether or not she is honestly looking for redemption, or whether or not she is planning another scheme that is for her own benefit. The reappearance of Gladys might go either way, despite the fact that General Hospital has a long history of providing redemption journeys for even its most morally murky characters. It is difficult to trust her because of the things she has done in the past, but the writers might explore a storyline in which she is honestly sorry for her acts and is attempting to start over with her life. One alternative is that her reappearance may be a slow-burning storyline in which she claims to have changed, only to expose her true motives later on, which would result in yet another round of betrayal and heartbreak. In what ways will her return affect the city of Port Charles? Whether it is for a short period of time or for an extended period of time, Gladys Corbin's return to Port Charles will bring with it a chain reaction of drama. It is expected that her presence in town will have an effect on a significant number of the important individuals at General Hospital, ranging from unresolved family dynamics to the possibility of new alliances and betrayals. There is one thing that is certain. Gladys never leaves without making waves, regardless of whether she is returning for the sake of redemption or to stir up more trouble. Fans are eagerly anticipating her comeback, and the possibilities are virtually limitless. Is it possible that she will find a way to make amends, Or is it more likely that she will simply cause more upheaval in Port Charles? The passage of time is the only thing that can tell. But one thing is certain. When Gladys is involved, nothing is ever straightforward.